Welcome to Zentiv's 360 Assure tutorial on how to create a dashboard. The first time you use the 360 Assure control panel, you need to log in using the username admin@local and the password admin. Enter these details into the login box and click on the login button. When you've successfully logged in, you will see the home page. What you need to do next is add a new user with the admin permission, as you should not use the admin@local account to create a dashboard. It's just for the initial setup. To do this, go to the configuration section of the menu on the left and hover your mouse over the users item. You'll see a plus icon. Click on it and the form for adding a new user will show. Fill in all the details, including ticking the admin permission box, and click on the save button. Log out and log back in using the credentials for the user that you've just created. It'll be useful at this point to create a new user that doesn't have the admin permission, as not every user should have full access to all of the features in the control panel. To do this, follow the same steps as before, but leave the admin permission box unticked. A dashboard needs charts, so let's create some. Go to the configuration section of the menu on the left and hover your mouse over the chart properties item. You'll see a plus icon. Click on it and the form for adding a new chart will show. Line graphs are best used for average response times, and bar charts are best used for volumes. We'll be adding a line chart in this example using template line chart. Enter a descriptive chart name, select the required chart from the list of templates and click on the Create button. Next, we need to add a dataset, so click on the Dataset Name item in the Statistics Datasets section. The Edit button will now be enabled. Click on it and the Dataset Update window will show. You can change the dataset name if you want. We're just leaving it as is for this example. Click on the Request Parameters button and the Request Parameters Update window will show. As you can see, the Chart Query Executor drop-down already has average response selected, as this is a line chart. Click in the service node field and either press the backspace button on your keyboard or start typing the node name. Select the service node you want to use. In this example, we're using front end. To see the node sections that are available via the selected service node, enter a colon after the node name and the options will show in the drop-down. The star is a wildcard, so selecting the option with star means that you will use everything under that service node. When you've selected any other options you require and added an appropriate label, click on the Update button to save your request parameters settings. When you've updated all the parameters settings via the Dataset Update window that you need to, click on the Update button to save all the dataset settings. When you've updated all the settings for the chart that you need to, click on the Update button to save the chart. In the confirmation window, if you're happy with all the changes you've made, click on the OK button. The chart you've just created will now be shown in the Chart Properties section. You'll be able to make changes to it whenever required. You can also delete datasets or charts by clicking on the relevant delete buttons. Let's create some more charts to add to the dashboard later, following the same steps as for the line chart with slight differences, starting with a bar chart. We'll now create some pie charts, again following the same steps as for the line chart with slight differences, starting with a status pie chart. Status pie charts always show us a keep alive or heartbeat for the selected service node. Now we're creating an inner statistics pie chart. This will be used in a combined pie chart later. The statistics pie chart that we're creating now shows us the current volume based on the defined parameters. Statistics pie charts always show volume for the selected service node. We'll quickly add another line chart and bar chart so that we can demonstrate the chart set rotation function in the dashboard later. The all data type is the total volume value and is measured against the threshold set in the alert parameters window. If you tick the enable pop-up on alert box, then when the volume falls below the min or exceeds the max threshold, the dashboard will show an alert. The alert will contain the contact information that is set in the admin contact window. This is a stacked bar chart which will show us the total volume as well as a breakdown of the error, failure and success volumes that make up the total. Now that we've created some charts, we can create a scratch pad. This is a saved collection of charts just for your user. Go to the Charts menu item in the Live Data section of the menu and click on the arrow to expand the list of available charts. Click on the charts that we've just created and they'll appear in the workspace. You can add as many as you like. And when you're done, click on the Save Scratch Pad button. Enter a name for the scratch pad and a description if you want, and click on the Save button. You can easily update a scratch pad after opening it in the workspace. Add a chart by clicking on the one you want in the Charts menu section and clicking on the Add to Existing button in the confirmation window. As you can see, the newly added chart is shown at the bottom of the workspace. To remove a chart from the scratch pad, just click on the X in the top right corner of the chart you want to remove. If you click on the Start Fresh button, it will remove all the other charts already in the scratch pad and add the selected one. If you need to update a chart, select it in the Chart Properties section of the menu and the Edit window will show. Make any changes you need to and click on the Update buttons to save, just like when we originally added the chart. To see the changes, click on the chart in the Charts section of the menu and it will show in the workspace. To increase the size of the chart, just click on the up arrow in the top right corner of the chart. Now that we've created some charts, we need to add them to the chart sets so that they can be placed in a dashboard, which is made up of chart sets. To create a chart set, hover your mouse over the Chart Sets menu item and click on the plus icon. The form for adding a new chart set will show. Enter the name and label for the chart set and then select the charts that you want included. A single chart set can contain no more than 2 line and or bar charts and no more than 2 inner and or outer pie charts. In this example, we're adding a single pie chart. When all the charts have been added to the chart set, click on the Save button to save the set. In this example, we're creating a combined pie chart that will show both status and statistics. For chart A, we're selecting the status pie chart. This will form the outer part of the combined pie chart. For chart B, we're selecting the inner statistics pie chart. This will form the inner part of the combined pie chart. You'll see how this looks when we create and view a dashboard. Let's quickly add the line and bar charts we created to chart sets as well. In this example, we're combining a line chart and a bar chart into a single chart set. This is what a dashboard looks like. Let's run through the 3 different configurable areas. There are 2 small areas at the top specifically for showing pie charts. The chart set on the left in small area 1 contains a combined pie chart that shows both status and statistics in one. Status is the outer circle. The chart set on the right in small area 2 contains a single status pie chart. There is one large area at the bottom containing one chart set which contains two charts, A, which shows at the top, and B, which shows at the bottom. It can show any type of charts, but is best used for line and bar charts. This large area can contain multiple chart sets, which will rotate automatically based on the timing set in the dashboard. The text shown behind the top bar chart A is the label we added to the chart set that is currently being displayed. Now that we know what a dashboard contains, we can create a new dashboard using the chart sets that we just created. Hover your mouse over the dashboard's menu item in the configuration section and click on the plus icon that's shown. Enter a name for the dashboard and click on the Create button to add a new empty dashboard. The dashboard settings form will be shown. Enter a description if you want one. Now comes the interesting part. Click on the plus icon in the Small Area 1 Multiple Chart Sets Side by Side section and choose the chart set you want to use. We are adding the combined pie chart that shows the status and statistics in one. And click on the Add Small Area 1 Multiple Chart Set Side by Side button to save the selection. Click on the plus icon in the Small Area 2 Multiple Chart Sets Side by Side section and choose the chart set you want to use. We are using the status pie chart set, and click on the Add Small Area 1 Multiple Chart Set Side by Side button to save the selection. These areas in the dashboard are small ones at the top, so are for pie charts as they are easier to read when small. Click on the plus icon in the Large Areas Multiple Chart Sets Will Rotate section and choose the chart set you want to use. We're using one of the line and bar chart sets, and click on the Large Areas Multiple Chart Sets Will Rotate button to save the selection. Repeat this action, but add the other line and bar chart set. Adding more than one chart set to this section means that these chart sets will be rotated based on the timing set in the dashboard. This way you can see larger amounts of information without crowding the screen. When all the chart sets have been added, click on the Update button, then OK in the confirmation window. Finally, we can now view our dashboard. To do this, click on the dashboard's menu item in the Live Data section of the menu, then click on the dashboard you just created. This will open the dashboard in a new tab in your browser. The pie chart sets that we added are shown at the top. The larger area below shows the first chart set that was added to this section. At the top, to the right of the pie charts, you can see a little control panel. This allows you to choose which chart set is currently showing in the larger area below without waiting for them to rotate automatically by selecting one in the Current drop-down. You can also choose how quickly the chart sets in the larger area below will automatically rotate by choosing an option in the Rotate Timeout drop-down. The controls at the bottom of this panel allow you to fast forward to the next chart set, rewind to the previous chart set, pause the automatic rotation of the chart sets, and resume the automatic rotation of the chart sets in the larger area below. That's it. You now know how to create charts, scratch pads, chart sets, and most importantly dashboards. Thanks for watching Zentiv's 360 Assure tutorial on how to create a dashboard.